rolling. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It like looks weird. Anyways, I haven't gone for my walk yet. I'm kind of debating on not going, but I know it's gonna make me happy by the end of it, so I'm gonna go. But I thought I'd talk to you guys first because it's kind of like early. But I just got done writing in my diary because, and this is why I really wanted to talk to you guys, because there's just so much that I want to tell you guys about. But as always, I feel like this past week wasn't particularly eventful, which I'm kind of grateful about because I feel like I've been going through so much in the like past few weeks, and like I feel like last week was finally a time for me to be zen and kind of normal, if you will. But yesterday was honestly, it was a good day, but there was just like this moment where I was really stressed out and kind of like in like a terrible mood, if I'm gonna be honest. And there's just like a lot of things that I want to unpack about it, and I don't really know how to start, if I'm gonna be honest, because okay, excuse me. I guess what I'll do is I'll start with this. So around the Capricorn new moon in this past January, I remember I had seen this video, and this woman, she was saying that the new moon was at the exact same degree as something in January of 2020. So basically what that meant was that a storyline that had been put on hold in January of 2020 was moving on and continuing. And at first I didn't really think too much about it, if I'm gonna be honest. Like I was like, oh yeah, totally, like that's when the lockdown started, or like, like a few months before, and I was like, yeah, totally. But last night and this morning is when I really realized, I was like, okay, she was spilling tea, because low key, high key, it is continuing a storyline and a narrative that that started in that month, or like a narrative that I was still in the process of healing around that time. And the narrative, 10 out of 10 had to do with my love life, because at the time in 2020, January 2020, I was still in high school. I think that was like my junior year, and that same year I was going to go into my senior year, but we don't talk about senior year because senior year was not real. But junior year, I was dating this guy, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was not the best. That's just all I have to say. I was not the best. There we go. That's all that needs to be said. That's all that will be said. I was not the best. But, I feel like the relationship honestly kind of happened because I was settling, because at the time I remember there's just like a lot of things about high school that really like I would never do high school again. I had a good high school experience, but looking back, there were things about it that I'm like, wow, I would literally never go through that ever again. So basically, through like my sophomore and junior year, mainly my sophomore year, I was so obsessed with this one guy. So obsessed. It was so bad. It was horrible, you guys. It was literally crippling. Like, it was unhealthy. Like, I cannot tell you guys, like, oh my gosh, I would never, at least in like, but anyways. And basically what I'm blabbering about here is I feel like all these narratives from my love life are coming back up because, so as I don't know if you guys, okay, there's a lot that I need to tell you guys about because, okay. So basically, I need to stop saying basically. So this guy that I have been kind of like, I'm friends with him. This is so early on in the video. If he ever sees this, it is game over, y'all. It is game over. I will be so mad. He has access to this channel, but like he has to kind of look for it, if you will. But like I don't think you'll find it. But if he does, go away. Do not watch this video. You need to not watch this video. This is like insider trade secrets, dude. Like you cannot be here. But okay, now that I got that disclaimer out the way, basically liking this guy, or I wouldn't even say liking, you know, like I just don't know much about him and I'm very intrigued by him. That is the best way. I have a crush. How about that? I have a lack of information about this man and therefore I am very drawn to him and I want to know more about him and possibly develop a deeper, more meaningful connection. But I sense that we are compatible people and I sense that there is something about him that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you picking up what I'm putting down here? Like, I'm very intrigued by him, okay? That is the best way to say it. I could say I'm in love with him, but like, I just don't think that's very true. I feel like being in love with... Anyways, because we have a mutual friend and because he is actually local and, you know, like I could see him and stuff like that, I feel like there's a lot of things about it that kind of bring up these past wounds that I had that kind of went buried because of, you know, when the lockdown started. And another thing that I thought was pretty intriguing was that this month we are going to have a huge stellium in Aquarius. And the reason this is significant to me is because it's in my third house because I'm a Sagittarius rising. And if I'm right, the third house also rules over like school, your local area and whatnot, like your town and like your neighborhood. And I thought it's so interesting that Pluto's going into that sign. And then like this whole thing about the Capricorn new moon continuing. So you see how like it kind of seems like it's... And then the Capricorn rules over my second house of personal beliefs and not beliefs, but you know, like self-esteem and stuff like that. So I'm kind of noticing how like these energies like represent these old wounds that I have in regards to my self-esteem, you know, like of when I was a student, of when I was in high school, you know. At least that's what it seems like to me, you know. And I'm just kind of thinking about it because I feel like this person is bringing that up. Like, I feel like the universe, first of all, the universe could very well be testing me right now, and I will pass this time, okay? Like, I'm a pass, okay? I'm a pass, y'all. But, you know, I really want to talk about the wounds that I have garnered through that era of my life because it was honestly really painful because, you know, this town that I grew up in, and by the way, this is like literally one of the main reasons I will stay in California for a long time, at least to my knowledge. That's what I'm hoping for. But it's just like a place like Kentucky is not welcoming to people like me. Child, like, first of all, I'm sorry, but like my hometown, like I was very blessed to grow up in a very inclusive like community. You know, there was all sorts of people, you know, like people of different races, different backgrounds, different cultures, different orientations. I was really blessed and I will forever be grateful that I grew up in such a diverse community. Even though it was diverse though, it was still small. It was still not that many people and it was still pretty unwelcoming towards other kind of like... if you weren't white, like you felt the pressure, okay? If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's really the tea. I'm not throwing any shade towards white people, okay? Like, we love white people in this chat. White people are fun AF. We love this for the culture. The point is that if there was most definitely a lot of discrimination in that area. You see what I mean? Like, it's just like a place like Kentucky isn't nearly as progressive as a place like California. That's my point. I really didn't have to go off tangent. But, and because of that, every time I liked somebody or every time I expressed romantic interest for somebody, it felt like I was being like patronized, or it felt like, and like on top of the rejection, like it was just, I felt like I was being treated like a little kid or something. And like because of that, I just like, it felt like my love life, or the fact that I could harbor romantic feelings or a desire for romance, it was almost like objectified, or it was kind of like, how do I say? It felt like I was being like, it didn't even feel real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to describe it. It just felt like I was being like treated as if though I was like a little kid or something. And because I just learned to be very like not open about my love life. I've learned to like not be open about a lot of things, if I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Like there is a lot to unpack here. Like I'm a suitcase waiting to burst. And I'm just like, I don't know how this is, if this makes sense or not, but like I just, it seems to me these wounds are being brought back up to be healed, because at the end of the day, I am not that person anymore. And I am no longer around those people anymore. And I am no longer in the environment that I was in anymore. And I feel like this situation is calling for me to open up again, and for me to try and to allow my feelings to be feelings without me having trying to prove them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to prove these feelings. I don't have to justify them. They are feelings. And I feel like I struggled with finding the validity of my own emotions back then. And I feel like that's why I expressed them to people. And when people kind of like didn't take them seriously, it felt like I was a joke, that my feelings were a joke. And because of that, I feel like I just learned to keep them to myself. But I want to be more expressive, I want to be more transparent. I want to be more open. This nostril is like full, but this one's like empty. What does this even mean? Anyways. And I'm just thinking about it because it's really hard to kind of accept that I'm no longer in those circumstances and that I'm no longer around those people anymore, because I have all these fears, about this person, because I'm like, oh, like what if I'm in over my head about it? What if they aren't even into me or something, like all of these like high school AF thoughts, like, and that's by no means to like invalidate my feelings or anything, but to more so say like these aren't feelings I've ever had in a really long time. And it just, I'm trying my best to kind of process them, and I feel like it's a lot hitting me all at once, and it's definitely triggering me, because yesterday I was really like dead on the inside, okay guys? Like I was not okay. In fact, I'm like, I don't even know what to feel right now. Like I'm hungry, like but I'm I don't know what to make of it, if that makes sense. But he's just I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. So basically, oh, there I go again saying that. So today I'm actually going to see him because my friend, she was like, I'm going on this date, but the date will require me to drive like an hour and a half. And I not say nothing because I was that person too. And she was like, I'm going out with Sagittarius. I was like, girl, don't do it. When I strongly believe you should not date people that are your rising sign. So for example, I'm a Sag rising, so I feel like I should not date Sagittarius. She's a Sag rising and she should not date Sagittarius. I told her, she was like, you're gonna kill me, but I'm gonna go on this date. And I was like, don't worry. I was stupid once too, okay? Just do what you need to do, make the mistakes that you need to make. I'll be here for you the whole way there. But let me just tell you, you better wear your seatbelt because, girl. So, she's going on this date, right? So she wanted me and him to come along. not like that sounds weird, but basically there I go again. So she wanted us to I almost said it again, to go with her, drop her off, and then we can go do whatever we want for like a few hours, I guess. And then when she's done, we go pick her up and then we go home. So like it's this sense of, if something happens to her, because she's a girl, like let's be real here. Like in this society, like it is not safe for her. So she wants you. Do you see what I mean? Like she wants us to come along, and if something happens to her, then we won't be like an hour and a half away from her. We'll be right there. And also, I don't know what she thinks I'm gonna do because I cannot fight. He can fight. If anyone can fight, it's gonna be him. Even if he can't fight, he's like stronger. So like if something happens, like he can do something. I can yell at people and they will listen to me, but if someone tries to like threaten me physically, this is besides the point. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up, but so the long story short is that I'm gonna see him today, and I'm excited, okay? But I also just feel like, you guys, I don't know what it is, but I feel like something's gonna happen. Maybe I'm just in my head about this. Maybe I'm just being crazy, okay? Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe we need to call someone for me, okay? Maybe someone needs to come get me, okay? Maybe I need to be retrieved and gathered up and just like taken somewhere, okay? Maybe. But I also know that when I feel something, I should at least pay attention to why I'm feeling it. I just been getting this feeling that something's gonna happen, or I just been getting this feeling that there will be something revealed and kind of even scrutinized. And I feel like this more so has to do with my thought process on the situation as opposed to the actual connection. But I could be wrong. I do not know everything. And quite frankly, I would like to not know everything. Excuse me. I also saw him the other day. So the other day, I was hungry, y'all. I was hungry, and I was gonna get Chipotle, but I didn't. I got Chipotle yesterday, but this was like a few days before. So instead, I got Cane's, and what happened was I messaged him. I was like, You wanna go get Cane's with me?" So we got Cane's, and then he got some for his family, and he dropped it off at home, and then we carpooled in my car. We met there, so like we both drove there, which is another thing, y'all. If you Obviously, a lot of you guys know this, but like, if he can't drive, don't do it. Don't do it, y'all. It's one thing to not have a car because this economy is tough. Okay, that's one thing. But if he can't drive, if he ain't got a license, don't do it. Do not do it. Okay, just that is like my deal breaker now. Like, if he can't drive, I'm not doing it. I'm gone. Okay, I'm driving away. You see what I mean? Like, you can't even catch up because I'm sorry, y'all. That is just like my number one thing now. I've been with people who can't drive. I just can't. I can't do it, y'all. It is not for me. I just can't. No. So that's like a green flag about the situation. Even if we're just gonna be friends, like I'm so glad I have friends now that can drive. I'm so tired of being around people who can't drive because they don't understand, okay? They don't get the vibe. And it irritates me. So basically there I go again. So I almost said it again. What's going on is what had happened was, so we met at Cane's, we both drove there. I followed him to his place and he dropped off the food. He got in my car and then we went and got coffee for me. We drove around for a little bit and then we went to this store. We went to Big Lots and we just sat down at the couches and we talked for a really long time. Y'all, it has been a really long time since I've had like just a nice conversation with a guy, okay? It was like, it wasn't him trauma dumping, it wasn't me trauma dumping, it wasn't us getting in our feelings, it wasn't him telling me how hard. None of that. We were genuinely just talking to each other and learning about each other. And that is just like, listen, y'all, even if this doesn't turn it into like the love of my life soulmate connection vibes, I'm just like, it was just so refreshing to like talk to a guy and not it be about how tragic his life is or something. I was like, do y'all know what I'm saying? Like, and And then after, we somehow got on the topic of Legos, and I still had this one Lego box. It was a Porsche, and I hadn't built it yet because I was low-key waiting for an opportunity to build it with him because he likes Legos. And so like I told him, I was like, oh, I still have a Lego. So do you want to stop by Target and then we can get you a Lego and then we can go to our friend's house and then we can all build Legos together. I dropped mine, so it's just sitting in my car broken. I need to go fix it, but I just don't feel like it. I don't even think I have all the pieces. I dropped it outside, so who knows where, who knows. Anyways, so I told him, I was like, you don't have to buy Legos if you don't want to. Like, we don't have to do this if you don't want to. And he kept telling me like it was okay. So like I can't tell. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like making people spend money. I just feel like that's very tacky. So I told him, I was like, if you don't want to, we absolutely don't have to. We can wait until another time or something like that. But he was very insistent. Like, he was very like, okay, no, like, he was like, no, I want to do this. I'm down. I was like, okay. He kept telling me like it's okay, but like I low-key just felt like he wanted to do it too. He could have just said that. But you know, we went to our friend's place and we built Legos. My friend and I, we built cars. He built all 9 evolutions from Pokemon. I did one of them for him, and my friend also did half of one. But anyways, it was really fun. It was very sweet, and I'm sure like I don't know, like I like spending time with him. You know, it's I feel like he, you guys, you see what I mean? Like, what is going on? So that had happened. And here's why I feel like something's gonna happen today, because we are going to, I don't know if I should say the name of the city. If you live in California, you know what this place is, but we're going to Riverside, and I don't know, like, because this is gonna be in the evening, y'all. We're going at like 6 p.m. There is nothing to do in Riverside on a Sunday at 6 p.m. Everything closes. So by the time we get there, I'm imagining that we won't be able to do anything besides like go to the park. And listen, y'all, eh, I'm so nervous going to this park because that's where my ex took me. I found out about this park through my ex, and it seems like every time I go there with a guy, it just goes haywire, or like something about the connection changes, okay? And I'm scared AF, okay? So that's why I'm kind of glad we just going as friends. But like even the people I brought as friends, like it's just like that park is like cursed or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna. This is why I feel like something's gonna happen. I'm setting some good intentions, y'all. Pray for me. If you, I don't know, you guys. I do have good feeling. I feel like it's gonna be a good thing though. You know what I'm saying? I think that like I really do believe that good things are coming towards me. That this is gonna be my year. You know, all these good things are coming towards me. I don't need to do much. And that's another thing. I feel like I don't need to force the connection. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I need to force him. I don't need to, you know, like get him to do something. I don't need to say something. You know, there's nothing to clarify about the situation because there's only so I can only gain by just keeping my mouth shut and just following my feelings and doing what feels right. And what feels right now is just hanging out with him, spending time with him. But like, I don't know, y'all. Like he kind of my type. Like we gotta be careful with this because like I'm saying, y'all. Like the more I get to know him, the more I like what I've learned about him. I like what I've learned. Okay, we just friends, I guess. But like you know. If you hear music, it's because of my neighbors. I think my neighbors are moving or something. I don't know. There's like a giant U-Haul outside. I don't know if they're moving or not, but like I assume they're moving. But like I've also seen a realtor's lock on their door because they literally like I can literally see their door from this window. It's like they are right there. Like, anyways, that's besides the point. I also got the job at the post office. So I'm officially gonna be hired. I got the email like the same day that I was hanging out with him. So this was the 31st of January. Okay. And I got the official hire notice, and my official start date my official hiring date is the 26th of this month, February. And I'm a little bit nervous because I would have liked to start working earlier, but at the same time, I kind of like that I have all this breathing room to kind of get ready for it and to kind of like get all the jitters out, because it's obviously in Torrance. Like, that is 2 hours away from where I live, y'all. And I don't know about y'all, but like driving 2 hours every day ain't not the vibe. But I will do what I have to do. So my friend, she lives down there, and like, here's what I'm thinking, y'all. She wants to leave her man's, but she can't because like her man is like her main mode of transportation and all that. So I'm about to like talk to her and bring up to her if I can like stay nights at a time and like pay her, like, you know, like for my stay there, because obviously it's a huge hindrance, but also be, you know, take her places, you know, take her to work and whatnot. And I'm hoping like that will just work out. I have an air mattress, like I know what I'm doing if she says yes. If not, I'm even considering just like booking some hotels while I'm down there, so you don't have to like, you know, it's gonna be expensive, but it's just like it's so much more prolific, I feel, than like driving up and down to like 100. Like that's like it's like 200 miles every single day, y'all. Like that is a lot of miles. Like my oil change is going, my car is gonna blow up on me if I do that. But you gotta do what you gotta do in this economy. Y'all know, y'all go, I'm very blessed to have this job at all. I'm grateful, okay? I'm telling y'all, like like, and like it's I'm just really happy to have like a job. You know what I'm saying? Cuz like working fast food, that was the worst job in the world. I was like, I feel like I'm not doing anything, y'all. Like I'm not getting nowhere. I hate this job. They don't pay me enough. I deal with so much, and I hate everyone here. But you know, like working as a mailman or something, like as a city carrier assistant, like I feel like it's about to be like like really chill. At least that's what I'm thinking. And I'm hoping my YouTube channel, oh, it will. My YouTube channel will continue to grow, and then I'll like do that and stuff like that. And so I'll have another source of like little income, you know. Like YouTube does not make me that much money. I think like the most I make, I get way like more profit from my Etsy shop, if I'm gonna be honest, which thank you guys so much, by the way. I really appreciate you guys supporting me. Like this is how I'll be like paying off my credit card. Like I'm saying, y'all, like I'm in the mid, like I'm excited to start working because I really want to pay off my debts. And you know, like I don't have that much debt in this economy. Like it's only like a few thousand. And I was reading some comments, you know, like you know who you are. Like I really want to pay off my debts, and I'm very good about paying off my debts, you know. Like I'd say my like credit cards only started going up because I, you know, didn't have a stable source of income, and I was like relying on my parents, and I was also like spending a lot when I shouldn't be, but I did it. And I'm like, I want to be mad about it, but like now I have all this cool stuff that I really like. So like it happened, okay? It has happened. There's nothing I can do about it. Anyways, another thing that I wanted to talk about was this whole situation with this guy that literally came out of nowhere and then left. Well, not left. I got rid of him. So like I don't know what to think of the situation, if I'm going to be honest, because I feel like it was just closure. Like I was thinking about it, and at first I was really hurt and really angry, but he honestly acted a lot like my ex, and honestly, they're listening to Imagine Dragons. They're so hilarious. But I don't know, you guys. I don't really know how I feel about the situation. It feels like it happened so quickly that I just like the shock itself is what I was feeling. You know, because I feel like I had already gotten my closure on the situation, and him coming back and kind of confirming to me that he was not the vibe, it confirmed a lot for me, and it made me realize a lot. And I do think that I was mad at myself for giving him another chance, but at the same time, like I'm kind of like I'm mad at myself, but on the other hand, I'm like really proud of myself for showing compassion and trying to be there for other people because I knew he wanted closure. You know what I mean? And for that, I am appreciative, and for that, I'm just I released that. You know, like there's really not much to say about the situation. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of like over it. And yeah. Oh, also, y'all. Sorry, I got a text. It was a good text. That put me in a good mood. So basically, my friend, you know how I was telling her, like, we about to go, like, with her. She's like, yeah, like, he's still coming. And I'm like, but I'm just like, sorry, I just like, I'm a little bit giddy now. Be normal! Okay. Okay, so I want to properly respond to your comments because usually I write you guys back, but like I kind of would prefer just to like respond to you guys properly. So I'm just gonna pull it up on my iPad and just respond to the comments that way because I just feel like it'll make more sense. Or like I feel like I'll be able to like properly give you a response. This is literally my throwaway channel. Like, it's not throwaway channel, but like, I just... Someone's gonna think I might have a crush on you. You don't want to. Oh. You guys, why would you say that to me? See, when people perceive me, I don't feel real, okay? I don't feel like a real person. And yes, I do want to pay off my debts because, listen, you guys, I just don't believe in debt. I feel like I don't even know how the economy brought that up. I don't know how debt became so normalized. That is not normal. Because like my worst nightmare is like having debt and like hiding that, or like being in debt and like somebody else getting like literally like destroyed because of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine having kids and then you die and then you have like literally like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt and then now your kids have to deal with that? It's just like that's so unfair. And even then, like I just don't like living in debt, you know? Like I just don't like it. I remember when I first got my credit card, girl, I would not let the balance go above $200. If it did, paid off immediately. And then, you know, like I just, you know, like I got unemployed and stuff like that, and I didn't have a steady source of income, so I started relying. And, you know, like I'm just ready to start working again, slowly paying that off. I know I'm gonna pay it off because, like, what do you mean? I'm not gonna just let it sit there. Like, that's not how I roll. Especially because I feel like I'm very financially competent, like, for the most part. So I want to read this comment, which, by the way, I hope you're doing well. It says, could it be that forget about the other person for now? You're angry with yourself for having given him this chance. Could it be that you had your expectations up even though you already had a bad experience with him in the past? There's no reason you should put yourself in a vulnerable place. Some bad moves you took, maybe they came from a place of feeling unworthy or weaker than a prospective partner, some sense of lack. The first part kind of confused me, but like the way I'm seeing it is like, I just feel like he was a very like egotistical person, you guys. I really do feel like he was very like, I don't like calling people this, but selfish. And I feel like he was very self-absorbed and kind of like he operated from a place of tearing other people down in order to make himself feel comfortable and bigger. And I feel like I kind of gave into that because I wanted him to like me and stuff like that. Because I don't know. And I do feel like I don't want to say I feel mad at myself because like I do think that the closure on the situation helped me a lot and it made me feel a lot better about my life. And ultimately, it was just like a loose end that was tied up in my love life. And I just think that it's one of the things that's like I never really got my closure on because he never apologized to me. Quite frankly, the apology he gave me wasn't that great anyways. I don't know why I waited 2 years with that BS, but like, like that's just what happened. And yeah, like I feel like I'm very happy and grateful and humbled that I gave him a chance, you know what I'm saying? Because I was under the impression of like, okay, like this might not be endgame, but like what if, like I just give it a chance and I just give it a second. That's how I felt about it. Like I just felt like it was worth a shot. It was worth giving it. But I did have my expectations up, I won't lie, because he was talking up a game, y'all. He was buttering me up. He was like, I'm so sorry, like I missed you. Like I really did miss you, Justin. Like I'm different now. I'm a better person. And me being a sucker fell for it. I was like, he changed, y'all. So I pulled up and then he was still the exact same person. Just in a different shade. I was like, girl, what is this? Get me out of here. And I knew, and I wasn't even trying to break it off with him, okay, guys? I was really trying to salvage this relationship, and then he was all like making it worse. And I was like, oh my god, you're terrible. I don't want to be with you. Why would I be with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is so stupid. Make it make sense. And I'm just, yeah. Go marry your job, okay? Go marry your job. Just go marry it, okay? Go have sex with your job, okay? Like, please just go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always about his job. Always, 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 always about his job. What he was doing at work, what happened at work, how work makes him feel. All the time. I can tell you guys, I'm putting money on this. I'll put like a few bucks on it. I'll put $5 on it. 80% of our conversations, if not more, between 60 and 100% of our conversations was literally about work, about his work. He would tell me, like, I'll be saying something and he'd be like, oh, I'm doing this at work right now. Or like, oh, like this happened at work. Or like, oh, I love her. And like, even when it was anything about else, like if it was not about his job, like it was just like, he was not as interested, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, but one thing that I will say also is like he just like did not show interest in me. If that makes sense. Like it felt like he was more interested in what I could do for him as opposed to like me as a person, if you know what I mean. Like he was more interested in the physical stuff, and like how I could help him explore his sexuality. And he was interested in what I could do for him in his love life. It just felt like that, like it didn't feel like he was interested in like reassuring me, taking care. Yeah, I'm so glad. This is about to be the title. The government about to draft me the way I be dodging these bullets. Okay, I be like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm so, okay. Okay, yeah, I did talk about it. I did talk about it in the last video. I'm just like, I'm seeing this comment, but like, for what a big deal the things that I like are to me, it's just like, you can at least take the initiative to be like, oh, like, what do you like about it? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, whatever. But I am glad he out of my life. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, y'all. He would have ruined my life, y'all. He would have ruined my life. Oh, I'm hungry. Sorry. I told you I was hungry, but he would have ruined my life. He would have ruined my life worse than my ex, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like my ex. Oh my god, I'm just like thinking about it. I'm just like, like, in like those movies where characters like move and something heavy falls right where they were just standing there, like, oh my gosh, I would have died. Like that's how I feel right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, I probably would have died. I don't know what else I have to talk about, if I'm gonna be honest. I thought I had more to say, but like this just always happens where like, okay, let me open my diary and see if there's anything in here because I usually remember through my diary. Oh, that's another thing. I got some new skincare products, but they're in the bathroom right now. I'll just tell you what they're. I got like this little serum thing, and I also got the MetaHeal toner pads, and I'm liking it so far. I probably wouldn't get the serum again just because I don't know. But I'm like suddenly really like into skincare again, and I want to start buying products when I start working and whatnot. Okay. I think I've said everything that I want to say, so I think I'm just gonna go on to setting some intentions with you guys for the week, or just in general, just setting intentions. I really want to just I want to like do more of my skincare, or I want to get into skincare again. I'm like already into skincare, you know, like I've just been, but I want to get into exploring products, you know. I want to get into trying things again. Maybe not trying things, but finding something that like works even better. And I want to just like have fun with it, honestly. And I just feel I feel really liberated because I'm taking these initiatives to really take care of myself and, you know, take care of my body, you know, going for walks. And I won't lie, like, I do feel like the coffee isn't helping my skin situation because it's like a bunch of sugar. But if I'm gonna be honest, I just feel like it's one of those things where it's like something that's fun, you know, it's like a sense of like novelty in my life right now, you know, and it's just sure and it's pretty cheap compared to Starbucks, you know, like it's only like 5, 7 bucks, which I know it like sounds like a lot, but like truth be told, like it's still way better than my $9 order and like what, like a 15-minute drive. I walk there so I don't have to spend a single cent of gas. And then I be getting the coffee. And also the people there are really nice to me, you know? Like I just feel like, you know, like maybe it isn't the best habit to have. That I will admit. I'm not gonna say it's the best for me, but I will say it motivates me to go for my walk and motivates me to get some exercise. And also, it's just like a little treat, you know, for doing that walk, especially because, like, for a really long time, I haven't been able to do exercise. And I feel like going for like doing some exercise has really helped my mental health. And for that, I'm just really grateful. And I don't mind like spending the little extra money and doing the little extra, you know, I just feel like it's worth it, is what I'm trying to say. And, you know, I'm really concerned with just continuing to better myself. And I'm really excited to start working because, you know, like then I'll have a source of income and then, you know, eventually I can move to somewhere better. And, and you know, my YouTube channel will grow at the same time. The way I've been seeing this job opportunity is one, a blessing. Oh my gosh. But also, it's just like a way for me to release so much guilt and to like be independent again and to because like I said, you guys, I feel like the money is like, to me, like whatever how it's made, the people who handle it, I feel like that's what money takes on. And I feel like my parents, when they gave me money, it felt like that money was like, you better do this or you better do that or you better be this way, otherwise it's just like, don't spend me, you know, like I don't know, like, and I feel like that's where a lot of my guilt came from. And I'm excited to start making my own money again because it's like, it's my money, I can spend it however I want to, girl. If I want more jewelry, I'm gonna get more jewelry. If I want to move, I'm gonna move, okay? If I want more tarot decks, I'm gonna get more tarot decks, you know. It's like, who's gonna tell me, you know, as long as the bills are paid, as long as my, you know, that's how I'm seeing it. And I'm also seeing it as like an I'm seeing this job as like support for witch obsession. I'm seeing it as like, okay, now I can be independent. I can keep my head above water. I can do what I need to do, make my own money, and continue to support witch obsession. I'm seeing it as that. I'm seeing it as like, I'm gonna keep working until witch obsession continues to like gain more and more subscribers, more views, more clients. You know, it's like I'm so passionate about it that I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to work. I'm willing to work to make witch obsession like, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And I'm like, so my hire date is the 26th, and the Chinese New Year is coming up, and I do believe, oh, by the way, what Chinese New Year zodiac are you guys? Or Chinese zodiac? I'm a horse. Um I like horses. I don't know, that's all I had to say. But I'm a horse. I think my mom's also a horse. I don't know what my dad is. And I don't know what my brothers are either, actually. Let me Google it. I don't know my dad's birth year. Actually, I don't feel like Googling it, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. But, okay, I'm a horse. Tell me what you guys are. I heard that the horse's year is supposed to be pretty good, so I'm hype. And what else? There's something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, so HRH is probably gonna do a Chinese New Year promo because like that's what she's always done. And last year, what she did was like a specific amount of money off for your order, and I saw that she was doing $50 off $200 orders. Sorry, my stomach. But y'all, don't hate on me. But whenever I start working, I'm buying myself some jewelry as like a good job. Because I did not want to work. I did not want to apply. I did not want to do any of that. And I feel like I deserve something for it, okay? I'm gonna buy myself a necklace and some earrings, okay? I do not care. Like, I deserve it. And then with my first paycheck, actually, no, my first paycheck is probably gonna be saved because I need to make sure I have rent. And then my next paycheck, let me not even think this far. I don't even know how they do the payroll over there. I just know like I'm gonna get paid, all right? That's all I know. Deliver mail, get paid. That's what I see it as, okay? So let's just cross that bridge when we get there. But point being, I'm buying myself some jewelry. Okay? No one try to stop me on this. Everything else you can persuade me, but this, no. Anyways, I feel like I have more to say. This always happens, you guys. Like this is why I like writing them down, or like why I should write them down. But yeah, I'm really excited. Oh, another thing I was gonna tell you guys. So like this scam happened to me where this bot messaged me on Etsy and it was like, we need you to verify your information for your shop. And then it charged my card $360. The charge just randomly went away. It was pending for like 4 days and then it just randomly disappeared. So things just be working out, I guess. But okay, guys, I'm really hungry and I need to go for my walk. I'm probably gonna make a sandwich or something beforehand so I don't die. But should I get some food? I don't know. Maybe I'll get some Subway or something. No. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I always say like maybe I'll talk to you guys sooner than next Sunday, but like honestly, I just like I don't know. I feel like I needed to like say all that. So hope for the best for me with this person. I'm just like I'm really hoping. I'm really hoping. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. Prayer said. Intention set. He gonna be my little boo thing. All right, y'all. Like, I swear, if he watches this video, I'm gonna get so mad. I know there's no like. I know he won't find this video. Okay, like I just know. But listen, y'all. Like every single time I think I'm safe, I'm not safe. Just like. Oh my god, you know how embarrassing that would be, you guys? Like him just like watching this video and watching me geek about him for 30 minutes straight. Get the out of here. Oh my gosh. But like hope for the best with me for him and I and whatnot. Oh, I didn't even do a thumbnail. I feel like there's a lot. You know, people are getting mad about the hearts when people do hearts like this, and then people are like, do this instead. Just do it however you want. I used to do this. I don't know how I'm able to do that. But hope for the best with him and I. I'm gonna buy more jewelry, and if you have a problem, all right, you guys probably don't have a problem with it, but like, that's all I have. Bye. I love you.